I told you about something that reminds me of the Eminem song, Hi, my name is, my name is Chicka Chicka Slim Shady. Well, I'm not going to play you that Eminem song, but I will tell you something about Nemis, literally, the National Education Management Information System. And who owns it? My name is, or yours. That is the accusation here. There's a citizen who's gone to court claiming ownership of the National Education Management Information System, Nemis, and seeking an injunction to stop its use. If successful, the action can scuttle the operations of the ministry, which uses the program to keep a record of learners' data and disburse funds to school. So the court documents, one Mr. George Kamau, through his company, Net Resource Limited, says he's the copyright owner of a computer program and software known as Institutions Network that he presented to the Ministry of Education in 2014, seeking a partnership. And he actually recalls a couple of things that happened here. He says that he spoke to an individual by the name of Mr. Omondi, who invited him to make a presentation to the ministry officials on February 8th, 2015. November 8th, 2015, he says, I submitted the codes to the copyrighted computer program and or software known as Institutions Network, together with its data to Mr. Benson Omondi at his offices to showcase and pitch its usefulness. That's what the court papers say. Present at the meeting was chairperson Mrs. Rebecca Gadoni. By the end of the meeting, the chairperson commented, we will definitely recommend this system. Mr. Kamau says he was later requested to submit a concept note and made a presentation to the directorates of the ministry at Jogo House on December 9th, 2016. On January 12th, 2017, the report was forwarded to the Director, Partnerships in the Ministry of Education, and was consequently shared through email correspondence between them. He also alleges that there's some maliciousness to this because he's saying some calls that were made were not from official lines, they are personal phone calls, and he's like, he should have noticed some red flags. A couple of moments later, a couple of years later, I believe, since the initial meeting in 2015, this is in 2018, the system was rolled out courtesy of a ministry-developed Nemis through an $88 million grant from the Global Partnership for Education. And he's saying, this was my idea, guys. You guys have taken my idea. Now, an interesting thing here is the Principal State Counsel, Emmanuel Kiarie, is replying, and it says that it does not allude any contract between NetResource and the Ministry of Education, meaning there's no breach of contract. And he's also saying that because of the nature of Nemis that is capturing details of millions of students, parents, and guardians, Nemis has to be safeguarded by the court to ensure safety of private, personal, and confidential data. That's one to watch. Is there something shady going on there? We will wait and see. Plantation staff here to record statements after the BBC expose. There's a crazy expose. I don't know if you've seen it already. It is harrowing. And apparently, many of the workers there have not yet recorded statements with police. A senior police officer in Kericho said detectives are looking into the exploitation claims. And many workers in the tea estate say they have not been interviewed by police. We are not aware of any statements that have been taken from the victims or colleagues, a worker at Ekatera Company said, a statement echoed by others at James Finlay. Dixon Sang, the Kenya Plantation and Agricultural Workers Union Kericho Branch Executive Secretary, says, let the world know what is happening because we have spoken about this repeatedly. It was a harrowing expose. Harrowing. Really horrible. And it's crazy to see that no statements have been recorded yet.